Good evening, dear students. Welcome to another tutorial. This time we're going to see Unit 11, Lesson B. We're going to cover the vocabulary and the grammar in this lesson. This is the vocabulary that is going to be in the exam that corresponds to Unit 11 and the grammar that corresponds to Lesson B. Okay, so let's get started then. Welcome. All right, so we're going to start first with the vocabulary. So for this, we're going to begin with a little dialogue, okay? So for this exercise, okay, here's the following exercise. Okay, you have to look at the picture. What I want you to do is I want you to look at the picture and what guesses can you make about the party. So this is, you have to try to speculate, okay? So look, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to look and make your own guesses, okay? Think what is happening in the party. Okay, then we're going to listen. Can you identify each guest that Fred describes? Great! Now that you have made your guesses just by looking at the picture, we are going to listen to the description, okay? To confirm your guesses. Okay, so let's begin.
Page 110. Lesson B. Ups and Downs. 1. Building vocabulary and grammar. A. Look at the picture. What guesses can you make about the party? Then listen. Can you identify each guest Fred describes?
Yoshi looks bored. Tom must be telling one of his boring stories. His stories are never interesting. Sophia seems fascinated, though. She must be interested in Tom. Oh no! John just spilled juice all over Amy. I bet he's embarrassed. She looks a bit annoyed. She can't be too pleased about her dress. David just did something embarrassing. He locked his keys inside the car and now he can't get in. That's so frustrating. He wanted to leave an hour ago. I bet he's disappointed. What was that scream? Oh, there's a spider in Jennifer's glass. She looks shocked. I think she's scared of spiders. Ahmad seems surprised by her reaction. Andrea seems excited to see Alan. She used to go out with him. Her new boyfriend, Albert, must be jealous and a little anxious. He may be worried that she'll go back to Alan.
Let's listen one more time.
Page 110. Lesson B. Ups and Downs. 1. Building vocabulary and grammar. A. Look at the picture. What guesses can you make about the party? Then listen. Can you identify each guest Fred describes?
Yoshi looks bored. Tom must be telling one of his boring stories. His stories are never interesting. Sophia seems fascinated, though. She must be interested in Tom. Oh no! John just spilled juice all over Amy. I bet he's embarrassed. She looks a bit annoyed. She can't be too pleased about her dress. David just did something embarrassing. He locked his keys inside the car and now he can't get in. That's so frustrating. He wanted to leave an hour ago. I bet he's disappointed. What was that scream? Oh, there's a spider in Jennifer's glass. She looks shocked. I think she's scared of spiders. Ahmad seems surprised by her reaction. Andrea seems excited to see Alan. She used to go out with him. Her new boyfriend, Albert, must be jealous and a little anxious. He may be worried that she'll go back to Alan.
listen twice to the recording and we just identify these people, okay? So, look at the things that people say below. How are they feeling? Okay, make guesses. Yeah, use the adjectives in bold above. All right, so let's see. Look at here. Here it says, this movie is too long. Okay, this movie is too long, so he must be bored. Okay, esta persona debe sentirse aburrida. Okay, I lost my house keys. Yeah, so let's go and look at the rest of this exercise here in the PowerPoint. Okay, so look, I lost my house keys. So this person must be anxious, okay, or worried or scared. ¿Ya? Es decir, esta persona debe sentirse ansiosa, preocupada o asustada. Number 3. Oh no, he has a girlfriend. So this person must feel jealous, okay, or disappointed, okay, debe estar celosa o decepcionada. Number 4, my vacation starts on Friday, so he must be pleased or excited. ¿Ya? Esta persona debe estar feliz, complacida o emocionada. Number 5, this show is interesting. She must be fascinated. Okay? So, what does it mean? Esta persona debe estar fascinada porque está diciendo que el show le parece interesante. Number 6, I failed the test. No. She must be annoyed, anxious or worried. ¿Ya? Entonces debe estar molesta, ansiosa o preocupada. Okay? So this is part of the vocabulary that we're going to learn as well as with this dialogue. Okay? So look, Yoshi looks bored. Okay? Who is Yoshi? Yoshi is this guy. Look at he's yawning. Está bostezando. Okay? So he looks bored. Tom must be telling one of his boring stories. ¿Ya? Seguramente las historias que está contando él son muy aburridas. His stories are never interesting. Okay? But look at Sophia. Sophia, she seems fascinated. Okay? She must be interested in Tom. That's why she looks fascinated. Okay? John just spilled juice all over Amy. So this is John and this is Amy. I bet he's embarrassed. Apuesto a que se siente avergonzado. She looks a bit annoyed. Ella se ve molesta. She can't be too pleased about her dress. O sea, no sé, ella no está contenta con su vestido manchado. Okay? David just did something embarrassing. Okay, so this is David. He did something embarrassing. Yeah? He left his keys inside of his car. And that is frustrating. The situation is frustrating. La situación es frustrante. He wanted to leave an hour ago, and I bet he's disappointed. He feels disappointed. Él se siente un poco decepcionado. What was that scream? Oh, there is a spider in Jennifer's glass. So this is Jennifer with a spider in her glass. She looks shocked. So this is how she feels when she sees the spider. Okay? Está impactada. She's scared of spiders. And Ahmad, look at this guy. He seems surprised. So he feels surprised. Él se siente sorprendido by her reaction. Okay? And the last scene. Andrea seems excited to see Alan. Okay, so this is Andrea and this is Alan. She used to go out with him. Okay, they used to date. Yeah, her new boyfriend Albert, who is this guy who is standing next to her, must be jealous. Seguramente él debe estar un poco celoso and a little anxious. He may be worried. He might feel worried that she will go back to Alan. Okay. So these words that are in bold have an ed ending and ing ending, ¿ya? Entonces eso es lo que vamos a ver. Cuando nosotros describimos cómo se siente una persona, how a person feels, we use adjectives that end in ed. But when we describe a person or a situation, we use ing, ¿ya? I repeat, when we describe how a person feels about something, you use adjectives that end in ed. But when we describe a person or a situation or a thing, we use adjectives that end in ing. So that is exactly what we're going to learn, part of our vocabulary. So let's continue then. So we are going to learn the vocabulary and their meanings. So positive feelings. ¿Cuáles son los sentimientos positivos? Buenos, okay? So we have number one, amazed. Amazed es maravillado, asombrado. Okay? Excited or excited about quiere decir emocionado o emocionada. Fascinated es fascinado o fascinada. Interested or interested in quiere decir interesado o interesada en. Pleased, pleased about quiere decir complacida o complacido con algo o con alguien. Surprised or surprised by, sorprendido o sorprendida por, okay? So these are adjectives to describe how a person feels. Estos adjetivos sirven para describir cómo se puede sentir una persona. Amazed, excited, fascinated, interested, pleased, or surprised. Now, negative feelings to describe how a person feels. Annoyed or annoyed with, molesto o molesta con. Anxious, ansioso o ansiosa. Bored, bored or bored with es aburrido o aburrida con. Confused es confundido o confundida. Disappointed, decepcionado o decepcionada. Embarrassed, avergonzado o avergonzada. Frustrated es frustrado o frustrada. Jealous, celoso o celosa. Scared or scared of es asustado o asustada de algo, de alguien. Shocked quiere decir impactado o impactada. And worried, worried es preocupado o preocupada. So these are negative feelings to describe how a person feels. Estos adjetivos que terminan en ed y no todos terminan en ed, like for example anxious, okay? They are used, or jealous, they are used to describe how a person feels about something or someone, okay? Now, positive evaluations, ¿ya? Esto es en cambio para evaluar a una persona, a una situación o a una cosa. That's why they have ing ending. For example, amazing, okay? Amazing es maravilloso. Exciting, emocionante. Fascinating, fascinante. Interesting, interesante. Surprising, sorprendente. Or negative evaluations, ¿ya? Cuando nosotros evaluamos o describimos a una persona, a una situación o una cosa. Annoying, molesto. Boring, aburrido. Confusing, confuso. Disappointing, decepcionante. Embarrassing, avergonzante. Frustrating, frustrante. Scary, miedoso o miedosa. Y shocking, impactante. So these are words, these are adjectives to describe people, places, things, or situations. Yeah? Now let's go with impressions. Now that we saw the vocabulary, we're going to see impressions, okay? So we have opinions, yeah? It means an idea or an opinion of what something or someone is like. Opinion es una opinión que tenemos de algo, de alguien. For example, when I first met him, I had the impression that he was a shy sort of person. What is an effect? Effect is the way that something seems, looks, or feels to a particular person. For example, it is important to create a good impression when you meet a new client. Okay? So, life's little ups and downs. Look, sometimes you have good times and everything goes right and you feel great. Other times you feel bad and you have a terrible day. ¿Ya? Claro. Algunas veces nosotros tenemos buenos días y nos sentimos bien. Otras veces, en cambio, tenemos malos días y nos sentimos terribles, nos sentimos mal. These good and bad experiences are sometimes referred to as life's little ups and downs. O sea, esta expresión justamente sirve para describir life's little ups and downs, es decir, cuando la vida tiene sus altos y bajos, cuando decimos en español, ¿ok? Yeah. So, good or bad times, can you identify? Okay, so obviously this first picture is good times, the second picture is bad times, the third picture is bad times, the fourth picture is bad times, the fifth picture bad times, and the last picture bad times. Yeah, hay veces en que nos sentimos bien o nos sentimos mal. Okay, so let's see a few adjectives. Okay, now we're going to see in English. We saw it in Spanish, now we're going to see it in English. Look at one of the situations. It says, I am so disappointed. Estoy tan decepcionada. Oh, this is so boring. I am bored. Okay, so what adjectives can be used to describe the people in the pictures? Bored, aburrido. Estoy aburrido. Lack of interest in an activity. Or boring. Boring means not interesting. Bored is to describe how he feels. Aquí él está describiendo que él se siente aburrido. Pero boring, boring está describiendo la situación. This is so boring. Okay? And disappointed. Disappointed is how the woman feels. Failed to reach expectations. Yeah? That's what it means. Disappointed, decepcionada. Okay? So he feels bored. I'm sorry, she feels bored. And yeah, because it's pointed to the lady, not to the man. But he also feels bored too. So she feels bored, he feels bored, and she feels disappointed. So whenever we have adjectives that end in ed, cuando tenemos adjetivos que terminan en ed, sirve para describir cómo se siente una persona. But when we have ing is when we describe a person or a situation. For example, si yo digo boring, this conference is boring, esta conferencia es aburrida, estamos describiéndole a la conferencia. Okay? Let's continue. This is another situation. What adjectives can be used to describe the people in the picture? I'm so happy. This is so exciting. Okay, so happy, it's an adjective to describe when a person feels or shows pleasure. I am so happy, estoy muy feliz, ¿ya? Esto es una de las excepciones porque no todos los adjetivos que sirven para describir a cómo una persona se siente terminan en ed. Por ejemplo, es happy. That is one of the examples. And exciting, she's describing this situation as exciting. When something causing great enthusiasm, okay? This is so exciting quiere decir esta fiesta es muy emocionante. She's describing how she's describing the party, okay? Not how she feels, yeah? She's describing the party. This is so exciting, and I feel happy. Let's continue. What adjectives can be used to describe the people in the picture? This is scary. I am so scared. Wow, this is shocking. Okay, so probably they are in a game, in a haunted house or something. Probablemente están en algún juego de alguna casa embrujada. So, what adjectives can be used to describe the people in the picture? Scary, scared, and shocking. Scary. This is scary. So the person is describing the situation. Scary means frightening, causing fear. Scared. I am scared. She's describing how she feels. She feels frightened. And shocking. He is describing the situation. This is shocking. ¿Ya? Esta situación es impactante o este juego es impactante. Causing surprise or upset. Okay? What adjectives can be used to describe the people in the picture? I'm anxious. I'm feeling sad. I'm so frustrated. I am annoyed. So, frustrated means to feel in distress or upset, o sea, frustrado, okay? So, this is how a person feels. Annoyed, it means irritated, estoy molesta. Sad means unhappy, ¿ya? Este es otro adjetivo que no termina en ed, pero sirve para describir cómo se siente una persona, how a person feels. Sad means unhappy. Anxious is another adjective to describe how a person feels. ¿Ya? Feeling worry or nervousness. Estoy ansioso o ansiosa. Okay? So all these adjectives, they are used to describe how a person feels. The exceptions are sad and anxious because they don't have an ed ending. But sad and anxious is to describe how a person feels. What adjectives can be used to describe the people in the picture? I am annoyed by his behavior. I am very angry. I am embarrassed. These makes me anxious. This situation makes me anxious, okay? Okay, so this makes me anxious, okay? Yeah, so let's see. Angry. Angry is when a person feels anger, o sea, es ese sentimiento de furia, okay? So I am angry, the person is describing how he feels. I am anxious, yeah? I feel anxious, yeah? This is how the person feels, is experiencing worry, ansioso o ansiosa. Annoyed is molesto, irritated. Embarrassed means to feel ashamed, o sea, avergonzado. So they are describing how they feel about the situation. I am annoyed. I am very angry. I am embarrassed. This makes me feel anxious. So they are describing how they feel. The next situation. I am surprised. This is interesting. I am interested. I'm so pleased and happy, and I am fascinated by the application. Yeah? So they are looking at an application in the cell phone. So interesting and interested means to have interest. Yeah? Happy is the feeling of pleasure. Pleased is glad to do something. Pleased quiere decir complacido, feliz de hacer algo. Fascinated is to draw interest of someone. Okay? And surprised, it's the feeling of surprise. O sea, sorprendido o sorprendida. So, I'm surprised. This is how she feels. This is interesting. This person is describing the application. I am interested, so she feels interested. I am pleased and happy. He's describing how he feels. And I am fascinated. She's describing how she feels too. Okay, so look at this. Adjectives ending in ed and ing with their exceptions. Yeah? So look, the rule is adjectives ending in ed can describe how you feel about someone or something. ¿Ya? Es decir, los adjetivos que terminan en ed pueden describir cómo yo me siento acerca de algo o de alguien, cómo una persona se siente. For example, I am bored with my job. This is how I feel about my job. Estoy aburrido con mi trabajo. I am interested in astronomy. Estoy interesado en astronomía. This is how I feel about astronomy. I get annoyed with my sister. It means this is how I feel about my sister. And I am excited about my vacation. This is how I feel about my vacation. Yeah? So these words, these adjectives that end in ed, they describe how a person feels about someone or something. Adjectives ending in ing can describe someone or something. Los que terminan en ing simplemente describen a algo o a alguien. ¿Ya? For example, my job is very boring. ¿Ya? So this is a description of my job. Mi trabajo es muy aburrido. I think astronomy is interesting. This is a description of astronomy. Yo creo que astronomía, es decir, la materia astronomía, es interesante. ¿Ya? She does a lot of annoying things. ¿Ya? This is a description of the things that she does. Es decir, ella hace cosas molestas. Estoy describiendo las cosas que ella hace. My vacation is going to be exciting. This is a description of my vacation. ¿Ya? Entonces, en las primeras cuatro, ¿ya? Yo estoy describiendo cómo se siente la persona. I am bored with my job. Yo me siento aburrido. My job is boring. Aquí estoy describiendo mi trabajo. Mi trabajo es aburrido. I am interested in astronomy. This is how I feel. But I think astronomy is interesting, so I am describing astronomy. I get annoyed with my sister. This is how I feel with my sister. And she does a lot of annoying things, so I am describing the things that she does. I'm excited about my vacation. This is how I feel about my vacation. But my vacation is going to be exciting. This is how this person describes how the vacation is going to be. Okay, so that is the difference between adjectives ending in ed and ing. Okay, sometimes there is an adjective ending in ed, but not an adjective ending in ing. For example, worried, worrisome, scared, and scary. ¿Ya? Es decir, cuando yo, por ejemplo, digo I feel worried, yo me siento preocupado, ¿ya? You can say this situation is worrisome, ¿ok? When you describe the situation, ¿ya? Esto es una excepción. And I feel scared, yo me siento un poco asustada o asustado. You can say this situation is scary. okay? So I'm scared of spiders. This is how I feel about spiders. But if you want to describe spiders, I think spiders are scary, okay? So the adjectives to describe a situation or a person are worrisome and scary. These are exceptions to the rule. Now let's practice with some exercises, okay? Look at this. Here we have the same chart of explanations with adjectives ending in ed and ing. So adjectives ending in ed can describe how a person feels about someone or something. I am bored with my job. I'm interested in astronomy. I get annoyed with my sister. I'm excited about my vacation, and I'm scared of spiders. These adjectives describe how a person feels about someone or something. But adjectives ending in ing can describe someone or something. My job is very boring. I think astronomy is interesting. She does a lot of annoying things. My vacation is going to be exciting. But I think spiders are scary. Okay, remember, worrisome and scary are the adjectives for to describe someone or something. Okay. Good. So it says choose the correct words to complete the sentences. I get really frustrated. This is how I feel when I call somewhere and they put me on hold. O sea, cuando llamo y me dejan esperando. It is very annoying. The situation is annoying. Number 2, we watched a really boring TV show last night. I actually fell asleep. I am describing the TV show. Number 3, I'm really excited about my trip. I am going to Hong Kong. So I am excited, it means how I feel about the trip. Number 4, it is really embarrassing when you forget someone's name. We are using embarrassing. It is really embarrassing when you describe the situation. It is embarrassing, okay? I get really confused when movie plots jump around. What does it mean? Yo me confundo, yo me siento confundido cuando hay historias de películas que van de un tema a otro y no tienen una secuencia. Yeah? This is how I feel when that happens. Number 6, I wasn't able to get tickets to see my favorite band. I was so disappointed. Yeah? So that is how I felt. Number 7, I heard something surprising. Okay, I heard something surprising. Yeah, we are describing the situation. I heard something surprising. Okay, the news that I heard. Coffee might actually be good for you. Number 8, we went whitewater rafting recently. It was amazing. Whitewater rafting es parecido a, ¿cómo se llama este deporte que es cuando uno va en los rápidos en las canoas? Yeah. It was amazing. I am describing the activity. My sister forgot my birthday. I was shocked. So this is how I felt. Yo me sentí decepcionada, impactada de que se haya olvidado de mi cumpleaños. We went on a huge roller coaster last weekend. It was really scary. Okay? I am describing the situation. Yeah? The roller coaster was scary and the situation was also scary. I think documentaries about space are really fascinating. I am describing the documentaries. Documentaries are fascinating, and all of my friends think golf is interesting to watch. All of my friends think that golf is interesting to watch. I have no idea why. So this word interesting is describing the sport golf. Okay? So that is why you have to differentiate. So don't confuse boring and bored. I feel bored at work because my job is boring. Okay, so here you're describing how you feel about your job. Okay, let's continue then. Okay, so let's take a look at a further explanation about these adjectives. Alright, so use adjectives that end in ed to describe how you feel about someone or something. So what verbs do they follow? The verb be, get, look, seem, and feel. For example, I am worried about my exams. The verb to be. She gets bored with classes. Okay, gets. Okay, gets bored with classes. Ya, ella se pone o se vuelve aburrida, o se aburre con las clases, okay? Basically, that's what it means. She looks disappointed with her exam results. Ella se ve decepcionada con los resultados de sus exámenes. She seems embarrassed with her new job. Ella parece un poco avergonzada con su nuevo trabajo. We feel scared about those films on TV. Nosotros nos sentimos un poco asustados con esas películas que hay en la televisión. Okay? So we are using these adjectives with ed, followed by these verbs. Now, adjectives that end in ing, they are used to describe someone or something. You can use an adjective alone after a verb such as be or look. For example, my job is boring, or that book looks interesting. Okay? An ing adjective can also come before the name of a person or a thing. Yeah, for example, I have a boring job. I am describing the job, so that's why I use boring with ing. The exceptions are scare and worry. Scare, I feel scared, and that movie is scary. I feel worried about my exams, and my exams are worrisome. Okay, so these are the exceptions, scary and worrisome, don't forget. Okay, so what is the difference between interesting and interested, boring and bored, fascinating and fascinated, and so on? Look, ing adjectives are used to describe things. We already said it, things and people. The lecture was boring, my teacher was boring, yeah? Ed adjectives are used to describe how we feel about someone or something. I felt bored in the class because my teacher was boring, okay? So look at the ed form and an ing form. Annoyed, annoying, bored, boring, confused, confusing, embarrassed, embarrassing, surprised, surprising, worried, worrying, interested, interesting. Okay? So here we have the same boring and bored, fascinating and fascinated, exciting and excited, embarrassing and embarrassed, surprising and surprised, and shocking and shocked. So you know the difference already. The ing adjective describes a thing or a person that is doing something to someone. It describes the active noun. So for example, the book is interesting. Here I am describing the book. Okay? This means that the book is interesting, producing this feeling in the boy. So I am describing a thing here. The ed adjective describes a thing or a person that is receiving the action. How a person feels. It describes the passive noun. For example, the boy is interested in the book. This means that the boy is with a feeling of interest for the book. So we are describing how she feels about the book. Similarly, the students are bored. I already told you this example, but look, the students are bored. Los estudiantes están aburridos. I am describing how they feel. Because the teacher is boring, so I am describing the teacher. How do they feel? They feel bored. Okay? The family is interested in the program. This is how they feel about the program. But the program is interesting. I am describing the program. Excited versus exciting. Homer is excited. He's watching soccer. This is how he feels. But the match is exciting. Es decir, el partido es emocionante. Okay? Another example. Surprising versus surprised. The party is surprising. I am describing the party, the situation. But he is surprised. Okay? This is a surprise party, so he feels surprised. This is how he feels. Let's practice. Excited or exciting? It is raining, so the frog is excited. I'm describing how he feels. Interested or interesting? Snapchat. Snapchat is the game, okay, that you have in the cell phone. Is a very application. Is an interesting application because I am describing something. Shocking or shocked? The old lady is, yes, shocked. This is how she feels. The forest fire in California is worried or worrying? Good job. Is worrying or worrisome, okay? Worrisome, it's more like British English, okay? Worrying is like American English and worrisome. So both answers are correct, okay? So you can use both. All right, so let's go to another exercise. Adjectives ending in ed and ing. Complete the sentences, write the correct adjective forms of the verbs of the words given. I hate it when I am out with a group of friends and we can't decide what to do. It can be incredibly frustrating. The situation is frustrating. I guess we are all interested in different things. So this is how we feel. I get really annoyed when people say that they will meet me, okay, and they're half an hour late. I get annoyed. We're using the verb get. Remember, I get annoyed. So this is how I feel when people say they will meet me. Así es como me siento cuando la gente llega tarde. It is surprising how selfish people can be. So the situation is surprising. Number 3, my parents are very pleased that I have nice friends. So this is how my parents feel. I think parents get worried about things like that. This is how they feel, okay, when parents when they see that their children don't have any friends, okay, or when they don't have nice friends too. Number 4, I'm always really shocked when friends get into fight with each other, ¿ya? Es decir, así es como me siento yo cuando mis amigos se pelean unos con otros. It is always exciting to see my friends, ¿ya? The situation. Es emocionante verles a mis amigos. El hecho de verles. Eso es. The situation is exciting. Not one of them is boring. Ninguno de mis amigos es aburrido. So I am describing my friends. And I am describing how I am describing the situation when I see them. The situation is exciting when I see my friends. Number 6, it is disappointing when friends don't keep in touch, but it happens. It is disappointing. ¿Ya? Es decepcionante cuando los amigos no están en contacto. So I'm describing the situation. I feel disappointed when friends don't call when they promised. This is how I feel. Yo me siento decepcionado. ED. Number 8, some people post really mean comments online. They can be pretty scary. What is it describing when it says scary? Scary, they are describing the comments, ¿ya? Los comentarios pueden ser un poco miedosos, scary, ¿ya? It is always fascinating to find out about other people's jobs. It is fascinating, ¿ya? Es decir, es fascinante la situación. ¿Qué situación? El descubrir de qué se trata los trabajos de otras personas. It is fascinating to know about their jobs, about the situation. Okay? Look at the next one. It says, circle the correct words to complete the conversations. That lecture was really interesting because I am describing the lecture. Lectures son las clases en donde solamente se para una persona a hablar y las demás escuchan. Yeah, the speaker was amazing. Aquí estoy describiéndole al speaker, es decir, a la persona que expuso. Number 2, I get really frustrated when I forget my keys at home. The verb get is always used with adjectives that end in ed, and this is how I feel. Yo me frustro cuando me olvido las llaves en mi casa. I know, things like that are so annoying. Sí, esas cosas, esas situaciones molestas. So I'm describing the situations. The situations are annoying. Number 3, these directions are really confusing. I cannot understand them, so I am describing the directions. I am not surprised. I don't understand them either. This is how I feel. I'm not surprised. Yo no estoy sorprendida porque yo tampoco entiendo. Ese mapa está mal hecho. Number 4, I was fascinated by the movie. This is how I felt with the movie. Okay? Me too. Some parts were really shocking though. Parts of the movie. So I'm describing how the parts of the movie were. They were shocking. I am describing the movie. I am not very pleased with how this report turned out. No estoy muy complacido, no estoy muy contento con este reporte, con los resultados de este reporte. So this is how I feel. I know it is a bit embarrassing. Some of the numbers in the chart are wrong. Embarrassing. ¿Qué es embarrassing? El report. Está refiriéndose a que el reporte es un poco avergonzante. Because some of the numbers are wrong. Okay? Very good. Match the statement with the most appropriate response. Okay? So, I really wanted to go to the party tonight, but I can't. So, this is I am disappointed. Estoy decepcionado porque yo quería ir a la fiesta, pero no puedo. So I feel disappointed. So this is vocabulary, no? Things are very slow at the office today. So how do you feel? I feel bored. Están las cosas bien lentas. Estoy aburrido. My best friend has a new car. I wish I had a car like hers. So I feel jealous. Yo quisiera tener un carro como el de ella. Jealous. I feel jealous. Jealous es otro adjetivo que describe cómo yo me siento, pero no termina necesariamente en ed. Jealous quiere decir celoso, entonces esta es otra excepción. Jealous y scared, ¿ya? Recuerden, y worried, ¿ya? I am going to Europe this summer. I have never been there, so I feel excited. Me siento emocionado porque nunca he estado en Europa. Number 5. I couldn't stay awake in class today. I feel tired. Estoy cansado. And number 6. My roommate isn't home yet. He's never this late. Él nunca está tan tarde, nunca se hace tan tarde. I feel worried. Me siento preocupado. I feel worried. Okay? So the one that you don't have to use is fascinated. Okay? Fascinated is fascinado o fascinado, okay? So this is vocabulary. Write the adjective for each definition. So look, greatly surprised, it means amazed. Maravillado, sorprendido. Upset or not pleased, o sea, triste y no complacido, it means annoyed, molesto. When something makes you feel excited, it means exciting. Something is exciting. For example, a trip is exciting. Irritating means frustrating, frustrante. For example, this situation is frustrating. You are a frustrating person. Not interesting is boring. This movie is boring. This class is boring. Not expected or normal. No, o sea, es decir que no es esperado. Surprising. This party was surprising. Esta fiesta estuvo sorprendente. Frightening, it is a scary. Frightening means scary, okay? That movie is scary. Okay, so the word that appears here in this crossword is anxious, okay? When you, this is how you feel when you try something new. Anxious, ansioso, okay? Very good. More vocabulary. Someone who accepts you or makes you slightly angry is an annoying person, okay? Una persona molesta. If someone gives you a present for no reason, you might be surprised. So this is how you feel if they give you a present for no reason. If you have nothing to do, you might feel bored. Claro, si no tengo nada que hacer, yo me siento aburrido. When you're afraid of something, you feel scared. So this is how you feel when you are afraid of something. Someone who learns to speak 6 or 7 languages is amazing. The person who knows 6 or 7 languages is amazing. Es una persona maravillosa, sorprendente. When you're going to do something fun, you are excited about it. So this is how you feel when you're excited that you're going on vacation. When you can't remember a word in English, you probably feel frustrated. Cuando yo no me acuerdo alguna palabra en inglés o algo en el examen, me siento frustrado, frustrated. This is how I feel. With the last exercises to practice adjectives in ed and ing. So look, it says, complete the emails, use the correct form of the adjective. So it says, hi Emma, I'm so excited. This is how I feel. Remember the short story I wrote for English class last month? Well, my teacher sent it to a competition and guess what? It won first prize. The judges said my story was very interesting. This is describing the story. I knew my teacher was pleased, so this is how the teacher felt with my work. She said my story was fascinating. I'm describing the story again, but I never thought she would enter it in a competition. I was totally shocked. This is how I felt when she told me, and all my classmates were totally jealous, so this is how they felt. What is new and exciting with you? Shakira. So, Emma is answering, hi Shakira, congratulations. I wish I had exciting news for you. Yeah, so she's describing the news, but I don't. Unfortunately, I failed my driver's test last week. I was really disappointed. This is how I felt. It is just so embarrassing. So she's describing the situation. The situation is embarrassing. La situación es un poco vergonzosa. It is the third time I have failed the test. The driving instructor told me to make a right-hand turn, and I turned left instead. I guess I got a little confused. This is how she felt. And I could tell the instructor was really annoyed. So this is how the instructor felt with me. My dad told me not to get frustrated, yeah, because she was frustrated, so this is how she felt. He said that he failed his driver's test 5 times before he finally passed. But I'm starting to get worried, okay? Remember that we use get followed by a verb that ends in ed, okay? Don't forget also the verbs, okay? Got confused, get frustrated, I'm starting to get worried, okay? We'll talk to you later, okay? Very good, let's continue. How would you feel in these situations? Complete the sentences with true information. I'm going to ask you in the class this situation. So, you fail a test that you have studied very hard for, so I would feel disappointed if I fail a test, okay, that I thought I was prepared for. It might be embarrassing if my friends found out. ¿Ya? Yo me sentiría decepcionada si yo me jalara un examen para el cual yo sí estudié, y sería embarazoso o sería vergonzoso si mis amigos se enteraran. Number 2, your friend doesn't show up for a date. Tu amigo no llega a la cita. No llega nunca a la cita. So I would get worried if she were on time. ¿Ya? Yo me preocuparía si estuviera a tiempo. Or I might feel angry if it's someone who is always late. Yo me sentiría un poco enfadado si es que es alguien que llega siempre tarde. You are home alone during a storm. Tú estás solo durante una tormenta en la casa. I might feel scared if the lights went out. Yo me sentiría posiblemente un poco asustado si se va la luz. Or it could be exciting if there was a lot of lightning, or if there were a lot of lightning. Podría ser un poco emocionante si es que hubieran bastantes rayos. Okay? Someone is telling you a story that you have already heard 10 times. Alguien ya te ha contado una historia durante 10 veces ya. I might feel annoyed. Yo ya me podría sentir un poco ya molesta. Or I would probably think that the person was boring. Yo probablemente pensaría que esa persona es un poco aburrida. Okay? So I'm going to present you different situations in the class, and I'm going to ask you how would you get or how would you feel. Okay? So that's why you have to remember the rules. Now practice on your own with these adjectives. Pleased and pleasing, fascinated and fascinating, embarrassing and embarrassed. Okay? Embarrassing and embarrassed. Scary and scared, surprised and surprising. Okay? Embarrassing and embarrassed. There you go. Okay? Scary and scared, surprised and surprising. Okay? So you can say, I feel pleased with my grades, and my grades are pleasing. I am fascinated with the class, and the class is fascinating. Okay? The situation is embarrassing, and I feel embarrassed. This movie is scary, and I feel scared. I am surprised that he gave me a gift. And the fact that he gave me a gift is surprising. Okay? So try to practice on your own with these adjectives. Try to make sentences on your own with pleased and pleasing, fascinating and fascinating, embarrassing and embarrassed, scary and scared, surprised and surprising. Okay? So try to practice, and we will check next class. That's all for this video, so I will see you next time, guys. I hope this tutorial helps you, okay? and we will see each other in the next tutorial. We're going to talk about conversation strategies, unit number 11. Okay, bye for now.